Okay, so I'm back because apparently there were people on and I couldn't see them. And I'm not going to stay on long if I can't see you again, just because I can't really interact with you if I can't see who's on. But I thought I'd try to come back to see what was happening. So it says I'll see my viewers here when they join the video, but I didn't. So I'll wait. And then I'll answer some of the questions that were on the previous post that I didn't see people asking. I guess I can start now. So someone asked, how do you measure your waist? So I would recommend that you measure your waist at or above your navel, especially if you are a woman looking to lose weight in the center. So what happens is if you measure them at your navel or a little bit above your navel, once you begin to lose weight in the center, what you'll do is you'll see them drop. And if you are not really staying on track with your goals and you begin to gain weight, you'll see them rise. So it acts like a kind of scale, which is awesome. I think that's the best place for them for posture. I think it's the best place for them as it relates to manifesting intentions or, lending your energy to the practice of waist bead wearing. I think wearing them at your center is optimal. Lots of people like to wear them on their hips, which you can do as well. And if you want to wear them on your hips, then you will let me try to get this off my screen. You will just measure at your hips if you want to wear them there. I don't recommend you wearing them at your hips because sometimes, especially if you're new to waist bead wearing and you wear them on your hips, you forget they're there. They're really light. They're not intrusive. So you don't always feel them. And when you go to the bathroom in an emergency, which all of us unfortunately still do, we wait till the last minute to go to the bathroom. And then you'll snatch them off. And then you'll be mortified because you'll be in the bathroom and there'll be beads all over the floor. So you don't want that. You definitely do not want that. I still cannot see people. Now I feel like people are talking, saying hello, and I just can't see them. So I have to figure out what's wrong with my feed. But another question was, do I make other kinds of jewelry? I don't, unfortunately, because I'm not really a jewelry maker. I'm a teacher. I teach mindfulness. And so I use waist beads as a mindfulness tool. And it takes up a lot of time, as you can imagine, to make all of the waist beads that people order, and then to teach all of the teachings and the practices that go around it, like silence and stillness and fasting. So I don't make other kinds of jewelry, and I don't make waist beads that have clasps on them, waist beads that come on and off. When you get waist beads from Alaiyo, you are absolutely buying a mindfulness tool. We treat them as such. I promote them as such. And so, not right now. But I do have people often, and today at the pop-up, will buy waist bead and wrap them around their ankle or wrap them around their wrist. You're most certainly welcome to do that. I will tie them around your wrist or your ankle or your neck, if that's what you want to do. But I only make this one particular product. I'm like the in and out of waist bead joints. Like I do this and I don't do anything else. Clever. What other question was there? Oh, I know there was another one. I'm so bummed that I cannot see you guys. This is killing me. Let me see if I try to write something. I wonder if that will spur the writing. Let's see. Oh, there you guys are. Hi, Tammy Calloway Hunter from Shalimar, Florida. Hi, Jacqueline. Oh, that's awesome. So now I can see you. Yes. This makes it all so much more fun. So yes, I'm answering questions, which is awesome. I'm answering, hey Donna, I see you, boo. I'm answering questions because people be having questions, and I need to be like accessible. Hi, yay, I'm so excited because the last broadcast, like 20 minutes, I couldn't see anybody and people were asking questions and shouting out and all that good stuff. Hi, boo. How you doing, Miss Donna? Have you considered a pop-up in the Inland Empire or Moreno Valley? You know what, Jacqueline? I would love to come to the Inland Empire or Moreno Valley. I would need somewhere to come to. So I host wine and waist bead happy hours. Clients are also welcome to host those, like gather a group of your girlfriends and, you know, provide wine and cheese or whatever you do, however you entertain, and I will come and do education about waist bead wearing and the practice of waist bead wearing and mindfulness and intention setting, and tie them, sell beads and tie them. But I would just need somewhere to go. I haven't, pop-ups are a new thing for me, so I try to go to very particular places. It takes a lot of energy to go out into the world and to teach and to tie and to engage people's energy. And so I like to be very careful about where I do that. But I am looking for opportunities always, of course, with the goal in mind that every woman with a waist, have a waist bead on, I need to be able to hit the Inland Empire or Moreno Valley. So if you are interested in hosting an event, that would be amazing. I would love to come. So Tammy, I'm going to be in Florida in December. I don't know how it's going to work because I'm actually going to a wedding. But when I travel, because I know that people all over the country are wanting me to come and visit with them and see the waist beads and buy the waist beads, I would love to come to Florida and do that when I'm there in December. I'm actually there New Year's Eve though, so the time of year is kind of tight because people are super busy. But I will definitely keep you guys posted if I have an event when I'm in Florida. I am in Atlanta, however, October 19th, 20th, and 21st. Is that right? Ooh, I think. And so if there are people in Atlanta, I'm having a private event, but I'm also looking for a public space to have maybe like a real quick tea, 2-hour tea, or Bellinis, or wine and waist beads, something in Atlanta, just so I can, you know, touch base with some of the clients there. Let me grab some beads out of here. So yes, I'm making my way. I really am making my way to various places in the country. Pretty soon here, 2018 will be full of that. That's my intention. One of my goals for myself is to, you know, move about the country and take this work to various places in the U.S. and abroad, hopefully. Looking for retreat opportunities to come and speak and tie women and talk about mindfulness and that kind of thing. Oh, man. Any other questions? Oh, I'm so glad I can see everybody now because that was driving me crazy. So now I know I have to like make a comment before I can see the comments. Who knew? What else? What else? So Jacqueline, do you wear waist beads, my love? Okay, perfect. So we will touch base soon. Just wanting to know if there are people in the room. As soon as I know where I'll be in Florida, absolutely. Oh, so I'll be at a wedding in Homestead, Florida. Does that sound right? I'll be in Homestead, Florida at a wedding. I don't even know where that's close to in proximity to anything. I've never been to Florida before. So as soon as I understand sort of where I'll be in Florida in proximity to like Miami, or I definitely will let people know. How do you measure yourself for waist beads? So you are going to get your measuring tape. I think I have a measuring tape here to show you. I think I do. I'm going to simulate it if I don't. Hold on one second. Let me grab a measuring tape. So you just get a standard measuring tape. Like this. You can get it at Target, Walmart for $1 and some change. I'm going to stand up here so you can see. So right now my waist beads are, I don't want my skirt to fall off. My waist beads kind of live here. At the center of my body. So you would take your Don't show all your goods online, Jasai. You would take your measuring tape and you would literally measure at, so my navel's right here. So you would measure at or above your navel. That's my recommendation. Now my hips are right here. So people could measure right there if they were interested in wearing their beads at their hips. I don't recommend that because you will inevitably snatch your waist beads down when you go to the bathroom in an emergency. This is also where you can do the most work when you are wearing your waist beads. So you really just take your measuring tape and you put it here and measure yourself. So that's my measurement at my navel. Sometimes, you know, because we're grown up women, we have a little pooch. And so if you measure it here at your little pooch where mine is, what happens is they're bigger. And so if your pooch flattens at any time in the month, then you'll have beads on your hip. So I always just recommend you do it at or above your navel, if that makes any sense. There is, no, there isn't. I guess I will do a demo on the website. Let me try to sit down. On the website, we are working on a page where all of our videos will be housed. And so along with the tying video, how to measure your waist will be one of the videos where we will demonstrate, probably my daughter and not me, will demonstrate how you measure your waist. And that will live in the archive. But it really is just a regular standard measuring tape. Every woman should know what size her waist is. I have some women who are challenged by my request to measure their waist and provide me with their waist measurement because it's not something that we spend a lot of energy on or even like to spend a lot of energy on, but you can't know where you're going or get where you're going unless you know where you're at. And so it just is important. And I can't, at this point, because we take all of the orders on the website, you can't even process your order unless you put in a waist size. Because, of course, when I was doing them manually, I would have all of these orders and then there'd be no waist sizes. And I'm like, I'm not sure what to do here. So orders cannot be processed on the website without waist sizes. Homestead is near Miami. Nice. So, yes. Oh, that would be dope if I could find somewhere in Miami to do like a wine and waist bead happy hour. That would make me super, super happy. I always need, if I'm going to be visiting somewhere outside of California, I always need a kind of boots on the ground liaison type person because I'm not there. So I need a venue, and I need somebody to drive me around because I don't have a car. So if you are wanting to host or you know of a venue that does health and wellness and women's work, and you think that that would be a place where, you know, the practice of waist bead wearing would be a viable topic, I would love to know that, because I will hop on a plane at a moment's notice and be, you know, wherever you guys are, if that's something that you're looking for. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Tammy, do you wear waist beads? Are you actively engaged in the practice of waist bead wearing? This music is kind of lovely. Hello, Monica Dancing Feet. How you doing, love? Happy Saturday evening. I'm so happy to see y'all in here. Why y'all ain't out? Probably the same reason I ain't out. My neighbor is banging on the wall. My daughter is not happy about my neighbor banging on the wall. How do you know what size to get? And do you have any waist beads with an Ankh symbol? So I do have Ankh symbols, and all waist beads are custom made to fit each client. So you would provide me with your waist size in inches, and then you put that in. I was just saying that you can't, on the website where all the orders are taken now, you cannot complete your order unless you put in your waist size. So that's how I know what size to make them. And I don't make them exactly to your waist size. I add a couple of extra inches, you know, just in case your waist is a little bit smaller when you order the beads than when you receive them, because you can always remove the extra beads, but you can't add any beads. So I always leave a little room, leave a little leeway so that clients can make sure that the beads fit when they get them. I do want to say something about waist size. So, we live in America, and there is just this really odd stigma about the size of one's waist. And it seems to be very isolated or in a vacuum. Like, it doesn't seem to take into consideration the size of the woman's overall body, proportion. Women are just like, I don't like that number. Well, it might be the exact right number for your body proportion. So what has happened, what I have experienced, not very often, thank goodness, is that women will give me a waist size either that they wish were true, or that was ideal in their minds, or the waist size they think they have. Something about it is not translating, because they can't be measuring their waist, because when they get the beads are too small, which doesn't make a lot of sense, because I never send the size that you give me. I always make it a couple of inches bigger. So please, ladies, the beads are lovely and they're not cheap. Give me your waist size, your real waist size, because whatever your waist size is, it's perfect for you. And if you're putting on beads to lose weight, you want to be able to put them on so that you can begin the journey. So definitely, don't give me the size you wish your waist was. Give me the size your waist actually is. So that's my little PSA for the evening. My most popular waist bead is Nebula. And I did a blog post on this. Heads up, so on our page, on our website, the website is developing every day. Shout out to Khadijah, my web developer, graphic designer. It is developing every day, and so there's a blog on there. I'm a writer, along with being a teacher of mindfulness and wellness, and talking about wellness and relationship issues for women. I'm a writer. I wrote a book about 7 years ago about the practice of fasting, and I'm currently working on a book about relationships, and specifically the end of relationships, that will be out next year, called The High Art of Breaking Up, about how to break up gracefully. But I've decided that, if I'm going to do this work of making waist beads and spend a lot of my time here, I'm also going to write so that I can keep with that practice. So I did write a post recently about our most popular bead, which is Nebula. It's a black waist bead strand. I actually recently tied it on myself. It's a strand that's all about discovery and inquiry. It's a chakra balancing strand, which means that all of the colors on the chakra wheel are included in the waist bead. It's quite lovely in person. It is one of our average price strands, so it's $21. And people love it. Black, it's predominantly black, and black is a protective color, so it protects your energy. It protects your energetic field. So yeah, that's it, Nebula. And you can go onto the site. There's a search box. If you're on your computer, it doesn't work if you're on your phone, but if you're on your computer, there's a search box, and you can type in Nebula and it will come up. And you can type in any of the names of the strands, and it will come up. My phone's telling me it's about to die. Let me see what I can do about that. This is probably not going to work as a long-term solution. Okay, maybe it will. Perhaps. Shipping and handling. Shipping is $5 flat rate. Shipping is $5 whether you buy, oh, look at that's cute. Shipping is $5 whether you buy one waist bead or 6 waist beads. I think the shipping price goes up in increments of 10 waist beads, because then the weight just becomes different. Okay, there you go. I'm a little crooked, but bear with me, ladies. I'm trying to keep the phone alive. So yeah, shipping and handling is $5 anywhere in the country. Of course, when we're shipping out of the country, which we often do, then the price goes up exponentially because government. Nebula. So it says, I know this sounds weird, but I've never measured my waist. Where do I measure? I actually ordered some beads a while ago, and it was too small. Yes, so you want to measure again at or above your navel. At or above your navel. So you just bring the measuring tape all the way around. You look at where it stops, and you give me that number. it's really important that we know the size of our waist, ladies. It just is. These are our bodies. We need to know what's happening with them. And of course, the practice of waist bead wearing keeps us in close touch with our bodies and what's happening with them. But yes, get you a measuring tape. Walmart, CVS, Target, somebody. Get you a measuring tape. Have a measuring tape in your house. Measure your waist. Even if you don't buy waist beads, measure your waist. And your pant size or your dress size doesn't have anything to do with your waist. Even if you wear like jeans and they say 31 or 34 or whatever. Like I had a client tell me she wears a 31 jean. And so that's the number she put in. But then when she went to measure her waist was 39. So you don't want to be, clothing sizes are not real sizes. Even if they sound like they're real sizes, they're just not. And they're not universal. So what's a 31 over at the Gap is not a 31 over at Old Navy, is not a 31 over at Levi's 501 or whatever, whoever sells jeans like that. So yes, measure your waist, measure your waist, measure your waist. It's the size it is, whether you know it or not, so measure your waist. Love, can you hand me some tissue, please? Am I done here? So all of our beads that are at shows or that I show up at your event with are all 40 inches in length. If somebody needs a strand that's longer than 40 inches, they would need to order that custom because they only come 40 inches. The standard sizing before the price goes up is, oh, look at that. The standard sizing before the price goes up is 45 inches. So all of the pricing that you see for the waist beads is based on 45 inches or shorter. And then if you need a longer, this is going to drive me crazy. If you need a longer bead, then it's an additional $3 per strand. So, yes. So this is me all night. Like I could literally do this all night. I will literally do this all night until I knock out. You're welcome, Darlene. You're so welcome. I said in the other video, the holidays are coming up. The holidays were a really crazy time for us last year. And, Alaiyo was a brand new business by the time the holidays came last year. And it was challenging because people wanted beads for Christmas gifts and they wanted beads for themselves, to, keep track of how much they were eating, consuming during the holidays. They wanted to stay focused. They wanted to be balanced when they were visiting their families. But they were ordering beads and they weren't giving themselves enough time for the beads to be made and delivered. So production looks like beads are made and shipped 10 days after purchase. That means that they leave my hands within 10 days. Very rarely they'll leave sooner than that. I do try to keep up and do some things that are sooner, but to be safe, we say 10 days. But then it takes 3 to 5 days, depending on where you live in the country, for them to reach you. So that's 15 days, that you need to give yourself. So if you're looking for a particular time that you want the beads to arrive, count yourself out 20 days prior to that, because that's probably what it's going to look like. And I don't want people to not have what they're looking for the holidays, for gifts or for themselves or for setting their New Year's intentions and that kind of thing. But my magic only extends so far, and it doesn't extend to the post office. You can expedite orders. It's an additional $20 to expedite an order, and it's really not worth it. I mean, if you could just order in advance, then you don't have to pay an extra $20. And you can do expedited shipping, and then it costs whatever expedited shipping costs, like the post office, which I'm not, it's different for different areas. So if you want beads to, make sure that you tight, right, and together for like Thanksgiving or, all these holidays that are coming up, get them as soon as you can so that you can tie yourself as soon as you can, because that's kind of it. So there's some new people on. I see there are people on, and I don't know if I have your name or where you're calling, where you're visiting, dropping in from. I just want to say hi to you. Are your books on your website? The new Fast Girls is not on the Alaiyo site, but you most certainly can go to Amazon.com. And the name of the book is The New Fast Girls. It's about the practice of the benefit of fasting, ancient practice of fasting for modern women. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It changed my life. Fasting totally changed my life. I am convinced that fasting is the fountain of youth. It cures everything near instantly. The fast that I do is sunrise on Monday to sunrise on Tuesday. So it is just sunrise to sunrise, 1 day a week. I've been doing it for the past 7 or 8 years. Whenever people tell me that I look young or, whatever they say, in that vein, always my first thought is it's the fasting. Fasting and sleep and not letting people stress me. Mostly fasting. So yes, you can go to Amazon.com. My name is Jasai, Jasai. Last name is Madden, Madden. But if you look up The New Fast Girls, you can, it'll come right up. Yes, and I think they've got even a preview of the book, so you can read the intro or something like that. So this bead is done. Hopefully you can see it. It's so pretty. It really is so pretty. I don't know. The camera's kind of weird, so you can't really see the iridescent nature of the... Oh, maybe, yeah, you can. Look how lovely. Hi, little bead. I love these little beads. They're like magic. They're like literal magic. All right. Is there anything else? I know it's late where some of y'all are. What time is it? 7:42 here, so it's 10:42. Y'all be online late looking at beads. Hi, Nicole. Absolutely, it can fit up to a 51-inch waist. So the strands are made to order, which means you tell me what size waist you have, and then I send you that size strand. So they fit anybody, everybody. Every single woman in the whole wide world should have a waist bead on. That's my philosophy. And so when you go onto the website, www.alaiyo.net, you have to put in your waist size in order for the order to be completed. And yes, so you put in 51-inch waist, and when the beads get to you, they'll be about 53 inches because I put a little extra, a few extra inches on there just to make sure that we got it right. And then any extra beads can be removed. My name is Jasai. My first name is Jas like Sam, AI, and my last name is Madden, like John Madden, Madden. And the name of my book is called The New Fast Girls. Hi, little bead. So this bead gets made, and then it gets added to all of the other beads that I make. And it makes me so happy. Let me see. So the beads are all wrapped up because I had an event today. And they all look so lovely together. So I'm going to pull them out so they can say hi to you. So this yellow bead would, of course, go in this bead pile. Like nothing really makes me happier. Maybe my kids. And these are my other kids. And so when I see these beads on the waist of so many amazing women all over the world, I am so tickled. So these are my babies. Hi, babies. I love these beads. And I hope you guys love them too. They really do make me so happy. So I just add this bead that I just made to this little magic bundle. And then when we go to events, we lay them all out. And we see which beads call which lovely ladies. It's kind of how it works. Let's see how that looks in there. That's gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I totally love it. So that's the deal. Hi, whoever's in the room. I'm just beading here, ladies, and chit-chatting with y'all in case you have any questions. There were a lot of people. So an amazing thing happened Thursday night. Well, two amazing things happened Thursday night. I fell. Won't get into it, but I fell hard. So that was a bummer. I'm recovering. It's cool. But then blackdoctors.org ran a story about how waist beads help with weight loss. Oh my God. So many people came to the website and bought beads and asked questions and, just showed up, liked the page. So yes, it was really, really amazing to have so many new people to talk to about the magic of waist bead wearing and the process of making beads and what they mean and the chakra coloring system, all stuff that I really love to talk about. So Amanda asks, are the beads made from precious stones or mineral stones? So absolutely, there are bead strands that have stones on them, crystals on them, like rose quartz and amethyst and howlite and onyx and citrine and opal and moonstone. So I have, let's see if we can pull it out. So there are those that have stones. This one, I don't know if you can see it. So this one is the Philosopher's Stone, is the name of this bead. So you can go online to the website and type in Philosopher's Stone, and you'll see this bead come up. It'll be a much lovelier image of it because the lighting here is a little tricky. But this is aventurine and moonstone. And so yes, there are strands that have that, and then there are strands that are just beads, glass beads. Their beads, most of the beads are Czech, if that means anything to anybody. They're beads that come from the Czech Republic, so they don't lose their color. But you can custom order strands, and they will have whatever you want on them. So we have most precious stones. This is a bead that has, what is this stone? I can't pull the name out of my head right now. But this bead has stones on it as well. Let me see if I can put it next to the blue part. So that's what that looks like. Lapis lazuli is this stone. Am I getting sleepy? Yes, lapis. Yes, Andrea. It's exactly what it is. Lapis. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, absolutely. Indeed, it's lapis. And we have most stones. And if I don't have them in house, I can most certainly get them in a pretty quick fashion. I'm so silly and probably so sleepy. I'm gonna put these up here. Hi, Andra. How you doing? How those beads treating you? Andra's one of Alaiyo's lovely, amazing clients. We adore our clients. Customer service is super, super important to me. So I try to give really great customer service because as a consumer, I like great customer service. So I hope that comes through because that's super, super, super important. What am I doing? Am I making the same bead again? Probably not. Are there any other questions? I'm not going to keep y'all all night chit-chatting, although I would, but I'm not going to. Any other questions? So I will mention again, Head Wraps in the Park for anybody who's local in the Los Angeles area is next week. It's going to be a huge, beautiful, amazing event where there'll be lots and lots of vendors there selling things, clothing, jewelry, shoes, food vendors, but there'll be a head wrap bar. So the wonderful Fatima of Runway Boutique in Los Angeles will be hosting a head wrap bar, teaching all of the queens to wrap their crowns. She is amazing at it. She has some of the most beautiful head wraps I've ever seen. And she will be having models and demonstrations and all kinds of wonderful event experience opportunities for all the people who are coming out. The event is totally free. It's at Grand Park in downtown Los Angeles. And I would love to see you all. I love to meet you guys when you come out to events. It's like one of my favorite things ever. So, I think that's going to be it for me. I think I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to be back soon. I don't know when, but soon. Her beads are magical. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, customer service is important to me. I think that above all, I know that above all, you all are the reason why any of this is happening. And I'm so grateful because it makes me so happy to do. And so, yes, awesome. I'm glad that they are working their magic for and with you, Andra. That is the whole goal. And I think that that's why this thing keeps growing, because it really is the gift of offering what I love to people so that they can have the very same experience that it gave me. It's working. It's working, and that's dope. All right, ladies. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. I'm going to make beads here until I fall out. I'll see you later. Bye.